Almost 1,500 people have been killed since Libyan warlord Khalifa Haftar launched an attack on Tripoli in April. Fighters have come from across the country to stop Haftar's forces entering the city. They say they got rid of a dictator in 2011 and now cannot let a military ruler take control of their country. Mahmoud Abdelwahed reports from Tripoli.
These government fighters are on high alert in southern Tripoli. We went with them as they drove to the front line. They recaptured this area after battling fighters loyal to the warlord Khalifa Haftar, whose loyalists have now fled the area. But the sounds of his warplanes can still be heard in the sky. This detachment came from the western coastal city of Sabratha to defend Tripoli. Osama Ali says Haftar is a replica of Muammar al-Gaddafi.
Our cause is the cause of all free Libyans who reject dictatorship and a totalitarian regime. We just want a civilian state. This is what we've been fighting for since 2011.
Haftar's forces moved on Tripoli back in April, according to them, to rid the capital of armed groups. Forces loyal to the UN-recognized government have resisted the attempted takeover. This checkpoint in the vicinity of the old airport was hit immediately before we arrived here. 3 of Muhammad's fighters were killed in the attack. Those who survived say it's a foreign warplane. The airstrike was so powerful, it tore apart the bodies of the fighters. Civilians' cars are not allowed to move further beyond this checkpoint for their safety. They could also be targeted from the air.
Haftar faces opposition from fighters both in Tripoli and in other Libyan cities. All want to stop the warlord imposing military rule across the whole country. For many, though the battle is more personal and immediate, they're fighting to save their land and their families.
Here in the rest location, the fighters take a break, but forgetting a long bloody day is not easy.
We want the government to provide us with an air defense system and advanced weapons and demand UNSC to impose a no-fly zone. If that happens, we can defeat Haftar's forces in a matter of days. Their ground forces are not very strong, but they have foreign fighter jets.
Since the beginning of the fighting, Haftar's warplanes have been targeting many locations in and around Tripoli, including residential areas. Many civilians have been killed or wounded. The forces from Sabratha say they will continue no matter what it takes, but with no restrictions to prevent Haftar's warplanes launching attacks from the sky. It's likely their battle will go on for some time. Mahmoud Abdelwahed, Al Jazeera, Tripoli.